live from the USA, helping you get paid every day. This is the boss of Bitcoin, the Christo of crypto. It's your boy BK. And if you don't like me, you must not like money. Today is October 6th, and Bitcoin is still north of 4,000, which means we still got a chance to recover and head north, but I don't think it's going to happen. There is a shift in the economy, a rift on the horizon, and money will be soon flowing out of BTC and down throughout the Cryptoverse. And the biggest thing I wanted to do with our time together today was to explain to you guys how that pattern is formed, ultimately how the pyramids are formed inside the charts and recreated, and a little allusion to how these charts work and how the energy manifests connect. The energy manifest that actually connects to the existence of one of the greatest civilizations known to mankind. If this is your first time tuning in, congratulations, baby. You are now rocking with the best. My name is BK. My friends know me as the Crypto Trader, and I am the boss of these charts, as you will soon find out. Every day I'm able to grace this microphone with my voice is another day somebody can profit as a result, and today is no exception. So with that being said, I'm going into our live chat right now. If you are live on the air right now, it's time for somebody to get paid. So here we go. My question of the day is, what coin will have the largest breakout here in October, right? So let's just pick somebody. We're going to jump on my man, Rupert Demi, who said Ardor, A-R-D-O-R. We picked that for our 100-day challenge. It actually gave us a great return so far, and I don't think it's done. So very well, you may be correct. But regardless, you are our winner of the day. Thank you so much for your contribution and commitment to our community. I'm pasting you in our Facebook group right now. So do me a favor, jump on Facebook on our #1 Bitcoin group in the world. Shoot me your Bitcoin address, and I will send you a couple bucks BTC as a token for my appreciation. Thank you again for your support in our community. With that being said, let's jump back to this money. First things first, you guys. As I mentioned earlier, there was a very amazing civilization prior to our existence here, which was able to measure, record, and correlate the energy of forces much greater than their existence. And as a result, we still remember them to this very day, right? Some people would say that, you know, to an extent, Western civilization idolizes their theology and fundamental understanding of the universe. Shout out to my man Savant, you know, with the understanding. I'm getting set up on that course, so you know, shout out to the legend. But you know, one of the things I wanted to do in this video, we're gonna, you know, hint at a few sublining components, but the biggest thing you should understand is that these charts actually give us a glimpse into how things actually work, right? That's why you don't need the candles. You don't need, you know, a fast stochastic or, you know, a Bollinger Band. You know, those things help, but at the end of the day, it's really just a simple understanding that everything is interconnected and everything is a result of something that happened before it. So here we go. We got crypto secrets of the pyramids. You'll see what we're talking about specifically in a few moments. Big thing, shout out. Thank you, you guys. Before we jump into the chart, I just wanted to take about 30 seconds and thank the donors of our community. As I mentioned, I give away cash money every day, and a lot of this actually comes directly from you guys. So as people, you know, make money with the boss method, you know what I'm saying, they're sending me money, which I'm in turn going out and giving out live on the air. So a lot of the money that you see, you know, me give away, and why I'm able to do it 2-3 times a day sometimes, you know, this actually comes from our community members as they are being profitable in the market. So today, you know, I got 0.005. Yesterday or 2 days ago, I got 0.005, you know, so that's really amazing. If that was you, thank you. If it wasn't you, hopefully it will be soon once you start profiting from our method. So thank you again. So here we go. What we're going to jump over to now is our TradingView account. Again, tradingview.com is the software, the website that we use for all of our charts. I will have a link in the description and in the #1 comment on this video. So if you're new to crypto or to trading, or you're just now seeing this video, you know, months, weeks, years down the line, register an account on tradingview.com, and you can follow me as well. I post charts on there almost every other day. BD Kelly 1203 on TradingView, right? So here we go. What we're going to look at right now is a chart that I think is very, very, very telling of the energy inside our universe, right? And shout out, I'm gonna go back to our Facebook community, but this actually we could find it. Hold on, let me jump back over to our Facebook page, because this chart was actually posted in our Facebook page. I tell you, a lot of the money that we make together doesn't come from me, you guys. It comes from you. So shout out to my man, Elliot George, who put this chart up 2 hours ago. Mona BTC, he drew the Fibonacci breakout, the breakdown and everything just to show the levels, a complete reset, you guys, breaking down to the 786, consolidating inside of it. And he said the 7 crossed the 231 and 77. I think the boss would say this as a buy. Last run went up 993% in 132 days. So shout out to my man. After I went and broke this chart down, you'll see that the energy inside it is quite amazing, right? So again, tradingview.com. We're about to dissect this thing up. This is about to be like 12th grade biology class. We're about to cut this thing open, look at the guts, and understand how the heart beat inside of Mona. And for the record, you guys, Mona is our buy today on our trading challenge. So I'm going to write this strike price down. We're getting this thing at right around 12,000 Satoshis, right? And I'm not going to go through everything today, but tomorrow we will be doing an update for our portfolio and for our trading challenge tracking all together. We'll be getting rid of a lot of the garbage, you know, and looking to consolidate that package, the different trades that we have. So just look forward to that, right? And that we'll be doing that tomorrow. I just wanted to get on this chart because I saw the energy and it was really, really, really amazing. So thank you again to our community member. I'm gonna send you a couple bucks BTC too. So send me a wallet on Facebook. Here we go, guys. Let's check it out. So without further ado, right, we can see that this thing on a 343 was a huge, huge, huge hit right there. That's one of the biggest gains I've seen in the Cryptoverse over 6 months. My man said about 1,000%. So that's pretty amazing. But first things first, you know, we need to figure out our trend lines inside this thing, right? And what we do here is we just pick 2 points, breakout to breakdown. And our first point looks like it's going to be right about there. And our second point, we can say, is right about there, right? And what I'll do is turn this back into a line, bam, bam. And we want to make it like a little dark blue color, right? So here we go. That's our first trend line. Nothing simple, or I'm sorry, nothing too extravagant, right? And now we can copy and paste this trend line and throw it forward in time just to make sure it has relevance. And so what I'm going to look for and what I'll do here is I'll actually put a little box at the intersections of this line. That way we can see it, we know where it came from, and it's not, you know, confusing once we get into this thing. So those boxes are our trend line intersections, right? Breakout, breakdown, bam, bam. And now I'm going to find another intersection where I want to test it at. And it looks like this thing was a pretty prominent point, because when that green broke through the orange right here, we had our second spike. So essentially that line right there almost divides this thing in half, right? When we put that at the bottom of that green, you can see that now we have a upper run and we have a lower run, right? And we could just copy and paste that, throw it at that breakout right there. And this is how we can start to subdivide the energy inside these charts, right? So let's copy and paste this trend line, throw it at this intersection, boom, boom. Green above orange right there. And almost like clockwork, you guys, we get the confirmation of our white breaking down, right? So a lot of people wouldn't even notice that, but that's why we use these different assortments, these different tools to triangulate correlation and association and basically understand that one event does not happen without being interconnected and interdependent on another event transponding it, right? And so now here you go. We got 3 trend lines, but we essentially have pinpointed the area in time that the magnitude and momentum of this entire chart fell, right? That's like the global maximum, right? That's a very, very, very important point. So what we'll do is we'll drop a horizontal line right there at that intersection of that point, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how these different associations can correlate future events. We can also copy and paste that line and drop it down right there where the green broke down. So you can kind of see we have like a local maximum and a global maximum, right? Inside these 2 dotted white lines. We can make them a little bit thicker so they stand out on the chart. And we are good to go on that one. Make sure you hit that like button, guys. It really does help me out in getting this information out to our community. It's not just enough for me to make money. I want all of our community members to make money as well. So make sure you hit that like button, guys. It does help out a lot. Thank you. So here we go. We're about halfway home, right? We're starting to really identify and associate the different levels inside these charts. For those of you that are familiar with trigonometry, you should come to see that as almost a perfect right triangle, right? So that's a good sign as well. And it's just different little things like that you can do, simple geometry, you guys, to start to back test this thing and bring it to life, right? Through the different associations and through the different angles that we're creating of the energy itself inside the chart. Now watch this. This is where this thing really starts to come to life. So all we're going to do now is we are going to look at this and say, okay, we got 2 breakout lines. We see the breakout energy triangle right there. Essentially that triangle, it doesn't look like much, but it more or less tells the story of the second wave of energy inside this chart. It captures all of it, you know. And now we need a breakdown triangle, right? So here we go. And in order to do that, it's really easy. All we need to do is figure out where the most 2 prominent areas come in, green below orange, right? So that's going to be one of them. You always want to anchor it into a point you've already established. So we've already established that as a primary point, right? And we've already confirmed it being a primary point through this correlation right here, right? So one thing we could do, and I'm just now seeing this, but we could take it and do that intersection right there. That's perfect, actually, because that intersection gives us our perfect 3D axis that we see on so many other charts. You know, if you just drew a cube, those would be the angles of the cube. This is really incredible, guys, right? That's how the energy of the universe works, as above, so below. And all we're doing is looking to recreate the simple angles and relationships. It's not perfect, you know, because we didn't go in there and grab that all the way, but it's a pretty good rough estimate of the angles inside a cube. And that's when you know you have a very, very good trend line family to tell you exactly how this energy is working, right? We can also anchor it, and I like this one a little bit better, anchor it into that breakdown line right there. Because then our cube moves up here. Instead of being a localized point, it's a global cube. Our cube that we're looking at moves up here. Bam, 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 right? That's like our little, you know, anybody in 8th grade math class, that's how you would draw, you know, a 3D cube. So now we have 3 dimensions of correlation built inside these different trend lines just by doing that. So let's use that one. And the last triangle we're going to draw will be that intersection right there. And from those intersections, you guys, we've just recreated this entire thing, right? Next thing we're going to do is we're going to start to forecast this energy on in the future. How do we do that? Well, we do that by taking, copy and pasting these trend lines, bam, bam, and throwing them up top right here. So this will be our first intersection. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it an arrow to where it cuts off a little bit. And I'll change the color to, let's do like a golden arrow. I like that, golden arrow. Right? So that's our golden arrow, right? We copy and paste that one more time at our last established correlation point. Bam, bam. And look what's happening. We're actually forecasting the moments in time where our chart changes and shifts between these different grids, the different energy grids. It's almost like a weatherman reading, you know, the almanac. Back in the day, people would have to read almanacs to predict the weather, right? Today, we just look at a computer screen and it's more or less our, you know, 300-year almanac. But when we do something like this, we can actually see that this thing has already agreed to these levels at different times, right? This arrow right here was a strong, strong, strong ceiling of all those candles, right? Whereas this level right here was a decent floor to bounce off of. But in turn, it will be another strong, strong, strong ceiling when the moment comes. And the last thing we could do is we copy and paste this horizontal line and throw it at this intersection right there. Drop that one down. Now we have, and you can see, I can't even grab another line from over here. Like if I wanted to copy and paste this and look for somewhere else, you know, deeper in this chart, like maybe right there. Or, you know, if I turn the candle on, right, we can probably get something up there, you know, but other than that, I'm running out of information to grab onto, right? And so as a result, I don't even look at it. I generalize it and say, okay, the most prominent area is going to extend all the way out here, which in turn will mean that this thing more or less completes its cycle right there. This is our magic moment, you guys. And look at that. You could tell when the boss draw a chart, you know, and it just happened to fall on 20,000. I don't know what it is about them 20s, but you know, the fractal smile on the 20s. So a lot of the big, powerful predictive charts I've drawn, you know, that line has always ended at 20,000. And that is no mistake, right? The universe does not make mistakes. So what do we see here? We see that this is going to be the energy inside these charts. These are going to be the different levels that this chart grows, breaks out, and breaks down with, probably over the next 6 months. This thing extends all the way into 2018, right? One last thing we could do is freestyle on a Fibonacci, you know, and just do a bam, bam, check it out, one time, boom, boom. You know, that don't give us too much, but it tells us that we broke down at the money zone. You know, we broke down at the money zone. I tell you, this is going to be a ceiling and it's going to be a floor. So it was a ceiling on that side and it was a floor, or it's a ceiling on this side and a floor on this side, right? But check this out. What happens when we bring our Fibonacci right there, right? Now we're getting in a situation to where these will be the levels that Mona has to follow on its ascension up the gates, right? Essentially what this is telling us is that, let's do it one more lower. Right there. Right there. So what we're looking for now is, I want to do a Fibonacci retracement to the prominent areas that we've recreated in this chart. And that's going to be that first intersection up here. And I'm going to anchor it into this intersection down here, right? And now watch this. This is going to be the levels, because again, this is the last possible intersection I was able to create with all of this energy behind it. So that will be the most accurate forecasted intersection for the future. Not that color, my bad. So that's why here we draw a rectangle and we can color this one purple, because that moment agrees with that time. And essentially that is going to be the new cycle that Mona goes on, moving into the future. So that being said, you guys, that is more or less the energy inside this chart, fractalized and reproduced and replicated in 3 different dimensions on a 2D surface, with a 7 and 77. Bam. And that's how you chart like a boss. That's Mona Lisa. So I hope you appreciate that. That took a little bit longer. Took a little bit longer, you know, than I like to, but you can see how the energy moves in, moves out, and just in simple triangles and simple sections, we were able to reproduce everything. So this Mona is a very, very, very good buy right here. And by right around Halloween, a lot of these charts I'm seeing right around Halloween are going to get a second wave of energy that's going to transcend them into the next year of profit, right? So there you go, guys. That's it. You know, that's it. It's a work in progress. It's not perfect. That's why I post my charts on TradingView. One of the mistakes that I did make when I started this journey on TradingView is I wouldn't post the candles. And so when people would look at my charts, you know, one of the great things about TradingView is you can, hold on, let me pull the screen back up. One of the great things about TradingView is it allows you to like check that person's accuracy with, you know, the candles. Like they make a prediction, you know, a month ago, and you can actually pull up their chart and see what they saw and, you know, call them on it, see if it worked, right? So here we go. So before I forgot to turn the candles on when I would post these charts, but now I'm going to turn the candles on. So, you know, a month from now, a year from now, you know, you'll be able to see how this chart corresponds. And normally, let me tell you this way. Normally the boss is pretty good at pinpointing these moments of energy, right? This was one of them. I said, nice setup on Bitcoin Cash coming up, you know, harmonic forecast, consolidation triangle, you know, bam, bam. I said once it gets down there, it should break out. It didn't do it. But then if we check out the one before that, I think that's the one that actually did. Yeah, here we go. Bitcoin Cash breakout, best Bitcoin, boom, 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 OMG. Yeah, you see a lot of these charts, I forgot to put the candles up, but this one I left the candles on. So here we go. I said nice swing trade setup on Bitcoin Cash. Exact same thing we just did with this Mona chart. Breakdown, breakout. You know, this is when it runs into the floor. This is when we can expect the transition. Bam! You know, almost nailed it. If I would have copy and pasted that line and put it on that intersection right there, you see that thing would have extended out and given me that last little bit of area before we hit it. You know, so a lot of times this energy is already told to us. It's just a matter of understanding how it all fits together. Right. And so that's it, guys. If you're in the chat, do me a favor, shout your country out. We got the global check-in coming in 90 seconds. If you are new to our community, then congratulations, baby. I try to let you know you are now a part of history. This is one of the fastest growing communities in the Cryptoverse. We do have 3 products available for your purchase. If that's something you choose to do, you go to bossofbitcoin.com. First thing you're going to do is see the profit package, you guys. This thing is a list kind of like the granddaddy of them all. It's the movers, the shakers, and the money makers, up about 2,500% in the past 6 weeks. I will have an updated version of the profit that it's obtained. That's a little bit old, August 15th. So the dream team is making money right now. This is one of my favorites, guys. It started with $1 in a dream. A lot of people they don't have a lot of money at all. So one of the things I put together was this list to where with a $20 bill, you could buy every coin on that list, right? So you don't need a lot of money to make a lot of profit. It's all about incremental growth, percentage of return. So with $25, you can buy this list, and no joke, it is a banger. This thing is up about 800% since August 1st using the boss method. And if you don't know what the boss method is, just click on that little playlist right there in the description, how to chart like a boss, and you will see we only put our money on the table when that dealer is hot. If the dealer cool off, we take our money and we go somewhere else, right? We don't pay time to lose money. You understand that? So that's the biggest thing we leverage with the boss method, right? Last thing is a one-on-one meeting with the boss. If you want to do that, bam, click that button, $25. That's going to take you to my personal calendar. Looks something like this. So say you wanted to meet Thursday. What do we got? Sunday? I think I got Sunday. Sunday afternoon, 3:30 after the kids' baseball game. Click that button and bam, now we got some FaceTime with the boss. You know, and this is my favorite part of the day, you guys. It's when I, really help people get their situation together. You know, one of the things I enjoy most in this entire deal is the opportunity to reach tens of thousands of people a day, right? And I talked with a guy today that, you know, we started on one end of the spectrum and ended up all the way over here, but it just really helps you align yourself with people, you know. One of the things I learned going to the University of Notre Dame, getting my MBA up there, is that society pays for what society values. And the problem right now is a lot of big businesses have X'd people out altogether, right? Back in the day, you used to be able to pick up a phone and, you know, call up a company and speak with somebody, right? You can't do that anymore, right? Because businesses see people as a cost, right? They figure, you know, Wall Street rewards business when they fire people because they're reducing their costs. They're reducing their overhead. You know what I'm saying? They're increasing their ROI, return on investment, right? So businesses, some time ago, businesses stopped caring about people, right? So, you know, one of the guys asked me during the call today, he was like, well, why do you do this? Because this is like a big chunk of your time, you know, and your time is pretty valuable. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. I was like, but if I lose sight of the people, then all this is for nothing. So understand that I am building an empire, but understand that that empire will be rooted in the values that society wants and facilitates, right? It won't be some huge big entity that just X's out people and wants to make money. Like, I could care less about money. Society pays for what society values. So if I provide value to society, I will never have to worry about money. And that's why I gave you this method for free. That's why I want you to use it. That's why I want you to profit from it. So you can just throw a little money back and I can go bring in the next 10,000 people, right? Bam! That's what we doing, baby. So let's jump over straight into our community and see who we got rocking out on the air with the boss right now. Bam, bam, bam. So here we go. Shout out to Danielle. I saw Miss Danielle earlier in the chat making her presence known. South side of Brazil, what's going on? Who else we got? Western Canada, Big Jeffrey. Peter, SoCal said they boss walking on the West Coast. Australia, my people down under Dirty South. USA, Seattle, Washington, Sacktown. Shout out to the Ranger holding it down for the mods. Israel in the house, right? Those Big D just wanted to drop the boss one time. I feel it, man. Irvine, California, what's going on? NYC and Jersey, all rolled up in one. Sydney, Australia, Ancient Kemet, right? South Africa in the house. Martin, sorry, brother, I'm not a clown. I think you was looking for that Superman's channel. He's the comedian. I'm a teacher. Thank you for your support, though. Have a nice day. Cartersville, GA, Colorado in the building. Big Sean holding it down for the Northeast in Stanford, baby. Sacktown 2 times. What's going on? Shout out to the new web designer, Shangri-La, right? Shangri-La, I think. And Germany. Bam, bam, bam. So with that being said, baby, it's that time of the day. Signing out. This the boss. Yo, boy BK, no matter where you stay, from Brazil to the Bay, California, all the way back out through Germany. Good night, good morning, and good day. Thank you so much, you guys, for your time with me. Make sure to share this video, right? Copy and paste the URL, text it to somebody you care about that you want to see empowered as well. Do that for me if you appreciate mine. Like, subscribe, and share. Links are in the description. Thank you very much. Have a great day, and we'll be back again on the other side. Till we meet again, stay cryptic, y'all. Peace.